What is up, book nerds? After a wild week one, we're back with I Predict week two of the NFL season. Let's go. On Thursday Night Football, we got the divisional matchup of the Bills versus the Dolphins. Both of them coming off of close games in week one. I'll give it to the Dolphins because we're at Hard Rock. The Bills kept it a little bit too close against the Cardinals. And at least with the Jags are better than the Cardinals, so I do have slightly more faith in the Dolphins. And since they're home, they don't have to deal with the cold, so I'll give them the win. Now we have the San Francisco 49ers against the Minnesota Vikings in US Bank Stadium. I think the Niners are going to comfortably beat the Vikings. The Vikings, and Sam Darnold wasn't as bad as I thought he was, so I'll make it slightly closer, but the Niners also beat the Jets pretty badly, considering the Jets actually have a pretty solid defense. So I'll give it like a 24-16 score. I don't want to give the Niners anything too crazy, but they will still win, and I don't see this game being close despite the score. Now, a kind of wild prediction on my part. I have the Seahawks blowing out the Patriots 41-7. I mean, the Seahawks, they beat the Broncos. Granted, I don't think they beat them as much as I would like them to have to seal in this deal. The Patriots, they actually have a win, which of the Bengals, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it 2 weeks in a row. Maybe the score's a little overkill, but I'll go with it. The two losers of the NFC South. This is a battle of what is the lesser of two evils? The Giants or the Commanders? I'm going to say the Giants. Danny Dimes is horrid, as always. Jane Daniels is, I think, a better quarterback. But I do like Dable better than, Dan Quinn. And I think the Giants are a better roster, so I'll pick the Giants to win 28-20. We got a trap game on our hands. It's a trap! It's a trap! I still have the Panthers being the Chargers. The Panthers were horrendous against the Saints, and the Chargers took care of business against Vegas. But this is in Carolina. Granted, I don't think Carolina being in there makes much of a difference, but I think the Panthers could beat the Chargers, and this could be a trap game. So I'll make like 3 points. If the Panthers are just truly and utterly horrid, this will age like milk. The Cowboys are going to keep it close against the Saints in a 13-10 battle. The Cowboys did very well last week, and so did the Saints. The Cowboys are a better team, but I think this will be a shake in the boots, especially with Dak Prescott, that contract. Yeah, this will be funny if it's this close or if the Cowboys lose. We got the Packers and Colts, both teams coming off a loss in week one, even though I predicted both of them to win. The Packers, they have suffered a horrible loss in Jordan Love. He won't be here for another 3 or 4 weeks. That's not great, especially in a heavily competitive NFC North. The Colts were a bit disappointing against the Texans, though they did keep it close. I'll give it to the Packers. I did like them more during their game. I don't know how they're going to fare without Jordan Love, but if they're absolutely atrocious, then I'm going to look like a fool. I'm holding the faith in their coaching and their defense and offense. Another battle of two losers, the Browns and Jags. The Browns, worse than I anticipated. I do have the Jags winning in Duval. The Browns, they did not impress me against Cowboys, so I'm going with the Jags to win. No, with the Jets v Titans. I have the Titans winning 27-20. Will Levis, huge disappointment. Not too happy with what he did. And Rodgers also disappointment to a slightly lesser extent. But that defense was a huge disappointment for me. So right now I'm going to pick the Titans. Two teams that intrigued me last week, the Bucks and Lions. I have the Bucks winning a close game, getting revenge for the divisional round last year. The Lions were a great team with a great showing on Sunday Night Football, and the Bucks took care of the Commanders nicely. I feel like the Lions are good, but I had to pencil them in for some losses, and the Bucks are one of the better teams on their schedule, so Bucks, I'll give you the win. The Ravens and Raiders are going to have a fun game. This is my game of the week prediction, as this is one of the games that I think will be one of the best. Both of them have electric offenses. And solid defenses. Both of them are going to have a shootout type game, but the Ravens are better, so I'll give them the win. A battle of the NFC West losers. The Rams are beating the Cardinals. The Rams are just a better team. I'll keep it slightly close, 2015. But they're better than the Cardinals by quite a bit. We got the Bengals and Chiefs. The Bengals put up an ugly game against the Patriots. The Bengals, I should have known. They're never good in the first 3 weeks of the season. I predicted them blowing up the Patriots by like 50, and they lost. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. They are going to do what they're going to be good. They have the strong offense, defense, coaching. Travis Kelce was a little disappointing, but Harrison Butker more than made up for it. Now the question of, is he better than Justin Tucker? That's why I do have this game coming down to a Harrison Butker field goal. I do think this game will be close because both of these teams have, I think, the two best quarterbacks in the league. But I think the Bengals, always their starting slump is going to hurt them here. A pretty boring game. We got the Steelers versus the Broncos, which, saying this as a partial Steelers fan, none of these teams have spectacular offenses. Steelers have a good defense, which is why they're winning 17-14. See how Justin Fields and Bo Nix play. Now we got Texans and Bears. The Bears beat the Titans. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh on them during my prediction video for them. Maybe they won't go 5-12, like I said, but I don't see them beating the Texans. The Texans lived up to the hype. I think C.J. Stroud is better than Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams has only played one game of football at the real NFL level. And the Texans, I feel like they just are so stacked on both sides of the ball. The Bears, I will give them their flowers. They are pretty good. But I think the Texans are just better and better coached. But I will have it come down to a last-minute touchdown. Now, for Monday Night Football, we got the Battle of the Birds, Falcons v. Eagles. Eagles are winning. I mean, the Falcons, I was right. I was scared for a second, but I'm right. They couldn't handle the Steelers' defense. They're going to struggle with Philadelphia's defense because they're very comparable. And Philly has even better offense than Pittsburgh. So this is not going to be a fun game for Atlanta. This is in Lincoln Financial. They got the House of Psychos. So, yeah, this is not great. And I think we have a new fun segment, which if you see my Premier League videos, you will know about. It's time for the whiff of the week. The whiff of the week. This week, it's the Cincinnati Bengals. After predicting a 40-something point blowout, the Bengals lost to the New England Patriots. So they're our whiff of the week. Take a look. We got it being poached. Some Bambi's mom action. Sorry, Bengals fans. And that is all. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload next. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.